What's good, gente? It's your boy Conejo. Ya saben, man. We got a good one today. Some people don't like these type of videos. Me myself, I'm iffy. But this is gonna be a good one, homie. So make sure to hit a like for your boy. And yeah, man. As you guys can see on the thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about Swifty Blue. You know, he's been someone that's been well known in the internet, especially because he's gone viral with certain videos. And he became real famous. Let's be quite real. He became someone that's well known up north, down south, and all that, right? Especially for some of the comments he has made, especially when he said that he wanted people to come check in and stuff like that. But for the individuals that don't know who I'm speaking of, we're going to be talking about Swifty Blue and what's been going on with him, especially after his arrest. And there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on. People done said that they took his chain. Some said that he pawned it. Some said, you know what I mean? There's all kinds of stuff. From him getting a baka in the past. From him actually not being an actual member of his hood no more, right? So we're going to be speaking on him. So I hope you guys like this video. And I'm going to be touching bases on some of the things that could occur in the future. And things that might happen, But we're gonna see. And I welcome you guys to drop in a comment at any time you guys want. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, man. So with all that being said, man, let's get started. So pretty much we're gonna start with him getting a paca, right? Because I know this homie. I'm dropping this video because someone had requested it. This had happened a couple days ago. People had made videos and stuff like that, but the homie did request it, so I figured why not put one out there, right? Pretty much old boy had gotten a paca for making the hood look bad, right? Making his hood look bad, and he's from a hood, something Eastside 13 or something. I'll put that up there. I'll get back to that. But pretty much he had gotten a paca from his hood, right? This individual happened to roll up to a party or something. Seen a lot of homies from his hood and decided to drink. And out of nowhere, they just gave him a quick beating, right? He got a beating. Pretty much after his beating, he didn't run or nothing, right? They told him what happened, right? Pretty much because of some of the comments and some of the videos he's just been making, right? Because some people thought that he got the paca because he's signed to Gold Tones and he's over here functioning with like some northerners up north, right? Pretty much, even though they consider Gold Tones not to be a norteño. Pretty much so they were thinking it was because of that, but in all reality, it was just because he was making some comments and just making pretty much his neighborhood look bad with some of the shit that comes on YouTube. And yeah, it does look kind of retarded. So he was just making him look bad. So he got a paca, he took it like a G and continue to push, right? But we all know that he got arrested just recently, and he happened to go in there. We all knew that he had something coming, especially because as a sureño, they don't conduct themselves like that, right? Especially if you're going to be online and stuff like that, you got to be really professional so that they don't trip on you, right? But I also had said as well, and I don't know if other people have said that money will be able to take care of him in there. As long as he has paper, he'll be fine. He'll just be getting beatings and stuff like that. So I believe that he did get a beating while he was in the county. But allegedly, right? He ended up bailing out, of course, where this happens to come to the big conspiracy of what happened to his chain. Right, because, I mean, there's been videos of certain rappers, and they've been asking that they even would give him a good amount of money if he can make a video with his chains on right now, right? To bail out, it does cost money to bail out, right? And it also costs money to have, like, fancy-ass, big-ass chains and stuff like that, especially the ones that he had on. They're expensive as well, right? So bailing out and having a chain, he apparently had a pawned it, right? That's what the word is, that he had pawned the chain to bail out, which I don't blame him, bro. I mean, most of the rappers and stuff like that have chains and like a lot of like fancy stuff, they don't really have money in the bank account. Let's be quite honest. They spend their money on flashy stuff to look good and give an appearance that they want to get to that level. Don't get me wrong, Gold Tones will probably get him to that level eventually, right? If he continues to rap and just stay out the way. But he more than likely had to pawn it to get out. You know what I mean? That's why I recommend people. It's not really good to look all fancy, bro. It's me personally. You'll notice. Look at Adam Sanders. You'll see this fool wearing like the simplest things, right? And he's hella rich. You know what I mean? It's like you'd rather have like that's another video. That's another topic. Let's get back to Swifty. I apologize. So he had to pawn his stuff to get out. So now he's having all these things where people are hating on him and stuff like that. So apparently, right? So the big word that's been going out there, right? And people, that's why they wanted me to do this video, is that they dropped him. He is no longer from his neighborhood. He is no longer from his hood. So what does that make him? They had asked me, does that make him a dropout and stuff like that, right? Well, there's different policies lately. A lot of things have been changing with a lot of neighborhoods. They have a policy now that they can just jump you out. You know what I mean? Instead of making you someone that no good, even though they still call you no good because they're still gonna see you as trash. They end up having them just jumped out so that they don't have to commit a high crime and have to do a lot of time for that individual, right? And they don't have to really worry about them. So they ended up doing that, right? They ended up dropping him out. So I don't know if he got jumped out or he just got dropped. Like, hey, fool, we just don't want to deal with you. You're no longer from the hood. You can't represent the hood. And that's what ended up happening to him, right? So now we go with what will happen if he gets locked up again now, right? Now that he is dropped from his hood. Well, for the Sureños, I mean, they do have residents. And apparently this individual's individual that tend to clown and try to make fun of like the whole residents and all that. Well, I mean, karma got to him real fast. You know what I mean? That kind of sucked for him. But pretty much this individual is now can go as a resident, right? But he ain't gonna be able to run with the whole sur like that. He can still participate, and maybe a hood will jump him in, right? Let's just be quite real. Someone that's really coming up, they can probably jump him in, I guess. But more than likely, he will just be a resident if he decides to stick that route, right? Because he could be paying. They're gonna be charging him up the ass pretty much to be a resident right there. So he'll be fine if he pays. But now let's say he gets to prison. Maybe Gold Tones will take care of him. Now he has more options. I know down south he don't really have that many options because the norteños ain't there. So he can go resident or maybe paisa. Maybe the paisas will take him in, right? But that's a big maybe. In prison, maybe Gold Tones can reach out and get him a protective blanket, you know, like, hey, you're gonna take care of my little homie right here, and eventually maybe become a norteño, man. You never know. Swifty's he might move up north, and you never know. Next thing you notice, he's gonna add a different dot. He's gonna have 4 dots, and he's gonna be a norteño, homie. You never know. From Gold Tones hood, you know, he's gonna be from the Bay Area, or I don't know. Technically what areas he kicks it with, but if he starts collabing with certain rap artists that are from the north, you never know, man. He might be jumped into fucking West Side Merced, GB's hood, you know what I mean? Like, he might get jumped into certain hoods. So those are big maybes. But me personally, I just think that eventually he will drop out. But if he does drop out, that it will mess up a lot of things. I don't know how Gold Tone feels about Sureño dropouts. You know what I mean? So it's just like big. It'll be messing up his career. So he has to stay active. So pretty much him belling out right now is the best thing he could have done. Fight his case, wait time, and see what he got going for himself, right? But we'll see what happens with time. This individual gets into a lot of stuff, and maybe with his name being thrown around, you never know. He might come out on YouTube talking about, hey, whoa, and he might have his chains again. You never know. Gold Tones. Hey, Gold Tones, he never say he said about that Gold Tones never fucking missed a check, homie. He pays, so you never know. You might see him right away with some new chains, and banging something different, homie. So with all that being said, man, I'm gonna end this right here. I hope you guys liked the video. I tend not to usually tap into stuff like this, but this was something that was requested. And yeah, man, so with all that being said, if you're a new viewer, man, make sure to subscribe to your boy, hit them likes. And yeah, man, it's your boy, Conejo. And until the next time.